Subscribe to Gizmo Times and get notified about our latest videos by hitting the bell icon.
Hey guys, welcome to Gizmo Times. This is Chetan and this is a video about PUBG Mobile. Once again, a video on that particular game, since many of you have been asking which are the best phones to play PUBG on, and that is under a particular price range. So here we are going to target a range that's 20,000 rupees. That's one particular price point where you find some amazing phones to play PUBG on. Not just PUBG, that is one benchmark now, since if you can play PUBG Mobile on your smartphone, well, then most of the other games can be easily played. So we have a bunch of phones here. We tried PUBG Mobile on each of them. Actually, we have a gaming review of each of them on our channel already, so I'll be linking to them when I talk about each of the phone. But these are the phones that we have here, and these are from different brands. Each of them have their own unique specific ability and also the chipset to support it. And along with that, there are a few other factors that I'll be talking about here. It's not always the chipset that is needed. There's a few other things as well. So let's start with the first phone, and this is mostly based on the pricing here. So we'll start from the base price, that's the minimum one, to the top one. And the best one here is 9,000 rupees, where you find the Realme 3 smartphone. This is the Realme 3 with the Helio P70 chipset, and with the Helio P70 you have the ARM Mali G72MP3 GPU, which has been able to tackle the graphics, handle the graphics at HD and high, as well as smooth and high. So if you are a PUBG Mobile gamer, you know under the graphic settings what are the settings that you get. So here it's HD and high, that is the maximum possible setting here. Along with that, since this has that water drop notch or that tiny notch, it doesn't really matter if you are playing on the notched screen setting or even the normal one, since it goes towards the side of the phone and that works well. So here the Realme 3 also has a 4230 mAh battery, which is offering quite a good battery life. One issue is that if you are actually a good gamer, you might not see the graphics to be very good on this, since it's an HD plus display. It's not a full HD plus display. This is the only phone in this price range actually to have an HD plus display, but that's fine. Again, if you don't really care about how good the sharpness of the display is, you might get an actually better life, because lesser the resolution of the display is, the better the battery would be, since the battery drain is lesser. And again, you have two variants. One is 9,000 rupees and the other one is 11,000 rupees. Both are coming with 3GB RAM, 4GB RAM, and both are in a good price range. So if you are tight on a budget, then Realme 3 is a good consideration for you. Next one is the Asus Zenfone Max Pro M2. This is one phone that did surprise quite a lot of us, because the Zenfone Max Pro M1 was a phone with the metal metal back, but now it's coming in with a plastic back, and which is a glossy one. It looks good, but the good thing is it comes with a Snapdragon 660, which was one chipset that was very well known for the gaming performance. Not just the gaming, but with the actual performance, regular performance as well. The 660 did perform well. So this is the Asus Zenfone Max Pro M2. The good thing is again a 5000 mAh battery on this one. Though it doesn't support fast charge, just like Realme 3, it has a 5000 mAh battery, which would give you quite a few hours of gaming in case you are going to play it for a few hours continuously. And along with that, one issue is with the notch here. It's a wider notch, so you might have to get some time to get adjusted to those graphic settings. Here there's settings for the notched and normal as well, but the notched option would actually give it a gap towards the top, and that is when it's not easy for you to always handle. That's the same issue I'll be talking about with the Poco F1 as well. So if it was a water drop notch on any of these phones, it won't be an issue. But if it's this kind of notch, a wider one, that is something you'll have to sit and learn for a few hours to understand how far is it from the actual end of the screen. And otherwise, everything is good here. Snapdragon 660 with the Adreno 512 GPU has been doing quite well. And again, this phone is priced at 10,000 rupees for the 3GB RAM variant and 14,000 rupees for the 6GB RAM variant. If you're someone who wants a good multitasking as well, then this one comes with 6GB of RAM as well. And so this is the second choice in this list. Third one is the Redmi Note 7. We don't have the Redmi Note 7 here, it's 7 Pro. It's almost the same with the design, but with the chipset it differs here. The Redmi Note 7 is with the Snapdragon 660, exactly the same that the Asus Zenfone Max Pro M2 has, and one more phone in that price range. So we are talking about three of them together, the Redmi Note 7 and the Zenfone Max Pro M2, as well as the Realme 2 Pro. All of them have the Snapdragon 660, offering the same HD high and smooth high. So if you are needing a smoother gameplay, it would be a high frame rate. You won't get the ultra or extreme options in the graphic settings. And if you want the HD graphics, it's up to high frame rate again. There is no HDR supported in any of these phones except for Poco F1. So it's HD and high on this one as well. So this is the Redmi Note 7 Pro, the next one in this list. The Redmi Note 7 Pro comes with the Snapdragon 675 along with the Adreno 612 GPU. And again, about the battery life, that is something I forgot about. The Realme 2 Pro, the only issue with this is the battery here. It's a 3500 mAh battery, not a bad battery at all, but again, when you talk about gaming, the other phones are better than that when you talk about the battery life offered, since it won't offer you as many hours of gaming when compared to the other phones. The Redmi Note 7 Pro with the Snapdragon 675 and Redmi Note 612 GPU has a 4000 mAh battery, and it is quite well optimized. So that is where we found out the graphics to be quite good. Also, the battery life to be better than the other phones in this price range again. And for this, the settings are under smooth you get ultra. So this is one phone again that has an ultra frame rate which is about 45 FPS, and that is under the smooth settings. In HD you again still get high. There is no HDR here. Under the HD graphics you get a high frame rate and not more than that. So this is the Redmi Note 7 Pro, 675 over the other three. That's the Asus Zenfone Max Pro 2, Realme 2 Pro and the Redmi Note 7. All of them have Snapdragon 660 while this has the Snapdragon 675. And before we talk about the king in this price range, I'll be also talking about one phone, the Galaxy A30, which comes with the Exynos 7904, and it has the Mali G71 MP2 GPU. Again, not a heavy GPU, but it's almost at par as the others that are coming with the Snapdragon 660. And if you check out the gaming review that we did of this phone, I was quite surprised with how this was able to handle the mid-range graphics. I thought it won't be able to do that, but it was able to have handle the graphics well, and there were minimal lags there. One issue with this one is over every other phone. One issue is with the sound output. Even on the headphones, I thought it was only with the speakers, but when we played with the headphones as well, there were issues with the sound output. There was not a heavy output that we saw here. It was quite low compared to the other phones, and we tried it with quite a few earphones, thinking that it could be an issue with that particular earphone, but no. The output is low when compared to most of the other phones that we're talking about here. So otherwise the phone is quite good in every way, but with the gaming you would have an issue with that sound effects itself. And one more phone is the Galaxy A50, which is quite good. Again, at 20,000 rupees you get the Exynos 9610, but the GPU that is offered there is exactly the same that the Helio P70 comes with. It's the ARM Mali G72 MP3. So if you're talking about Realme 3 with 9,000 rupees price range and the Galaxy A50 with 20,000, you obviously are getting the same graphics here. And the other thing is with the A50, at least you are having that ultra frame rate, which is not present on the Realme 3. So that way the optimization is done better on the Galaxy A50, but I won't really suggest the A50 for that price point. And also, the similar to how the Galaxy A30 is, there is a little issue with the sound here. And now the last one. So this is the Poco F1, which was introduced like 6 months ago. We tried doing a 6 months later, that's a 6-month review, to tell you how things have changed when it actually comes to gaming, whether the gaming performance has changed, whether the notch settings have changed. There are a couple of things to talk about. Firstly, this is the only phone in this price to offer you the HDR graphics. HDR and Ultra is what it's going to give you, and along with that, Smooth and Extreme. Extreme is 60 FPS. Under Smooth gameplay, you're going to get the 60 FPS only on this phone. That's the Poco F1, and the good thing is with this Snapdragon 845, it still comes with the price touching at 19,990. So the 6GB RAM and 64GB variant is coming at 20,000 rupees. Obviously, if you have more budget, you could extend that and get a better variant of this, but I won't say you'll really need that. 6 plus 64 is quite a good combination, and for 20,000 rupees, you're getting an amazing gaming performance. Though if you'll see after a couple of days, we'll be doing a gaming review of this one. That is where you'll notice that there were a few lags, and with the graphics there are still issues with those notch display settings. If you look at the display here, there's a wide notch towards the top of this one, and this notch is where the things change a bit. If you go to the notched option under graphic settings, the area here gets emptied. The same happens here as well. While it shouldn't have happened on the right side, but that happens. And when you're trying to play the PUBG Mobile game, that gap on the side is a big issue to get adjusted to. I tried playing the game for a couple of hours, only then I could understand that the button settings can be changed to optimize your gameplay and change it. Otherwise, if you again go back to the normal graphic settings, it just expands everything, and those options of friends in the lobby, that gets hidden under the notch. If you are okay with that, you can go to the normal settings and play the game, and it would play perfectly. So this is the Poco F1, the best of the range out there, the 20,000 rupees smartphone and offering Snapdragon 845. The next one in my consideration list would be the Redmi Note 7 Pro with the Snapdragon 675. Obviously, it's priced at 13,000 and 16,000, which is a bit higher than the couple of other phones here, but this offers quite a good performance as well. And the next list is the Snapdragon 660 phones, the three the Asus Zenfone Max Pro M2, the Realme 2 Pro, as well as the Third phone, that is the Redmi Note 7 as well. So these were the best PUBG Mobile phones. That's the phones you can play PUBG Mobile on, and all of them priced around 20,000 rupees. So this is the list of phones that we have here, and this was all about the gaming smartphones list. I hope you like this video. We'll be again doing some long-term reviews to let you know how good the PUBG Mobile or the other gaming on some of the phones is, especially the Poco F1. So stay tuned on the channel and subscribe to this for more. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.